seeking to keep his job. Should she heed Jesus' admonition to give to the one who asks you? What if Barb and Carl then make similar requests? Or what if Abe were to assault Maria when he learns of the possible layoff? Is she to turn the other cheek? Or should she demand restitution and bring criminal charges against him? Taking this line of reasoning a step further, is there a scriptural rule that provides guidance to Maria's company in deciding how many units to produce or in which geographical areas to seek expansion? Attempts to find easy answers to such enigmatic situations have led one skeptic to label Christian ethics infantile. He compares the rule book approach to the types of absolute commands typically given to children between the ages of 5 and 9, such as don't talk to strangers or sing at the table. While this criticism misunderstands the heart of Christian ethics, it should give pause to those who would take a simple rules-based approach. In ambiguous cases, it is clearly deficient in its capacity to give precise answers in every situation. Ironically, research indicates that corporations with highly detailed codes of ethics actually are cited more often for breaking the law than their counterparts without such explicit rules. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was bluntly uncharitable toward such an approach, labeling it naive, and those who practice it clowns. Other critics attack the idea of a Christian business ethic from a different angle, arguing that Scripture has nothing relevant to say about business today. After all, they point out, the Bible was written 2 to 3 millennia ago, largely in the context of an agrarian economy. No doubt, Israel's entire gross national product under King Solomon was less than the net worth of Google today. What significant insights, they ask, can Scripture give Maria in deciding the fates of Abe, Barb, and Carl? Indeed, is the Bible even relevant to leveraged buyouts and copyright infringement? Using Scripture as a business rule book, they contend, would be like using ancient medical texts written by Galen and Hippocrates to train modern doctors. If the critics are correct in arguing, first, that the Bible is rule-bound, and second, that it lacks relevance, we need not proceed any further. If they are right, Scripture has minimal applicability to modern business practices. However, if it can be demonstrated that Christian ethics is rooted in something much deeper, then these critics are wrong. God's character. Christianity operates on the notion that ethics, the study of human character, parallels theology, the study of God's character. When we behave in a manner consistent with God's character, we act ethically. When we fail to do so, we act unethically. All of Scripture, from the law of Moses to Paul's list of virtues and vices, serves to illustrate behavior that is congruent with God's moral character. This approach is quite different from human-based ethical systems, which generally focus on 1. Egoism, promotion of individual pleasure, 2. Utilitarianism, maximize pleasure and minimize pain for all involved, or 3. Deontological reasoning, keeping moral rules such as don't harm others. This is not to say, however, that Christian ethics totally rejects these approaches. To the contrary, there is much overlap. While concerned with human happiness and the fulfillment of ethical obligations, Christian ethics does not see these as its ultimate goal. Rather, it prizes the life that seeks to emulate God's character. Thus, Ignatius Loyola, founder of the Jesuits, was eulogized. The aim of life is not to gain a place in the sun, nor to achieve fame or success, but to lose ourselves in the glory of God. In a similar vein, Reformer John Calvin wrote, "We are not our own. Insofar as we can, let us therefore forget ourselves and all that is ours. Conversely, we are God's. Let us therefore live for Him and die for Him. We are God's. Let His wisdom and will therefore rule all our actions. We are God's. Let all the parts of our life accordingly strive toward Him."